when there's something, you know, when Kelly finally does something productive and interesting.
Hey, don't piss him off, he's working on my car.
Okay, we made it through the first day. It was pretty crazy. I was actually blown away at how many people came up and said that they watched the channel. It was pretty awesome. Something big, something real big. So we've been talking about this all day, right? Haven't we?
All day teasers.
Yeah, and guess what?
Teasers.
What's going on right here? We're not gonna tell you just yet, but we'll tell you in a minute.
I love your videos, they're so cool.
Awesome, yay, thank
it
you.
It keeps me going in between trips. Nice.
How awesome it is. What are we doing?
We are headed to the Sand Sport Super Show in Costa Mesa, Orange County Fairgrounds.
Oh, okay, and that's quite a hike for us.
Yes.
It is the evening time.
It is the evening.
Friday the 13th.
It is. Do you want to tell them who's coming with us?
I would love
Well,
to
they're
tell
not
you.
coming with us. I mean, you know.
Well, they're with us in our heart, but in reality, they're already there, some of them. So we have Ned from MTS Offroad and Jeep. We're already down in Costa Mesa at the Super Show. Hey guys, we're heading to you. They stayed at Dean's house last night, which is where we're headed. We have Kelly and Steph from MTS Performance heading down.
Well, real quick, I know Greg's going to be there from
Greg?
MTS as well.
Oh yeah, Greg from MTS is going to be there. So hi everybody, we're heading to you, can't wait to see you. We have our friends Leah and Danny from Freedom Ropes. We'll be in a booth with them. Hey guys, they're down there already set up. We have, like I was saying, Kelly and Steph from KMS Performance coming in, all the way from Arizona. So we're going to go see our family, Dean and Donna. Can't wait to see you guys. We have Greg from Rugged. We talked to him today. Looking forward to seeing him and the whole crew. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, so, and there's going to be a lot of content from this trip. So it's probably going to be more than one video, but I do want to say, somewhere in one of these videos from this trip, there's going to be something big. This is big. It's kind of a big deal in the industry, not just like for us, not just for Dandi Off-Road, not just for whoever's involved.
If you like to off-road.
I don't want to really say who, but this is a big thing in the industry in general. So if you can guess what that is, I don't know.
Guess away.
Post it in the comments.
Yeah.
But it's a big deal. You'll see that either in this video or the next. But we're going to share a bunch of the Sand Sport Super Show with you for sure. Okay. So you might recognize this place. We've done this before. Check it out. We're sneaking in late at night. This time we backed up the truck right up to the back door because we're going to unload this place. Well, actually, we just moved we brought our own bed. Watch, check it out. I'll show you. All right, here we go. This is it. This is it. This is it. Shh, ignore that. Look, we brought our own bed. Yeah. We brought our own bed. It's like 11 o'clock at night. We gotta get up early. So, we gotta get this truck unloaded. We're gonna get this truck unloaded right here. And then we're gonna go to the sand show. Whoa, are we taking all this in?
Yeah, because we're going to have to take it in anyways. And what if people want to ride with us? We have little time in the morning. This is barely anything.
We're not moving in.
Are we? Surprise.
Can you see that? It's kind of dark, but hopefully you can see all this.
You know what?
Let's light this is, it's worth lighting this up.
I need it. I couldn't remember what I wanted.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, we're not moving in. I mean, it looks like we're moving in. But anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. So, sand show in the morning. Here we are. 11 o'clock at night. We made it to the Hoover compound. We got an X3 right here. And this X3 right here, something's going to happen cool with it. It's going to be a good video. That's coming soon. Stay tuned. Check it out. Okay, we made it through the first day. It was pretty crazy. I was actually blown away at how many people came up and said that they watched the channel. It was pretty awesome. Lots of really cool people, lots of really cool products. Dean spent $7,500 or something like that. And And now we're headed out. We're gonna go, now we're going to do something pretty cool and fun, and we're gonna show you that here in a little bit. It's kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Kind of a big deal. Dean is gonna be a happy camper. So we'll be back in a little bit. We gotta drive. Watch, see this? We gotta drive right there. Oh, what were you doing? What were you doing over there?
I was sharing my love. I was they got dandied.
Spreading your pollen?
That is
Right.
funny.
That's
All right, we're out of here. We'll be back in a little bit with something really cool. I'm not gonna show too much. Looks like we got a, what is this? What might that be?
Well, we got a little tuner right here,
Yeah?
and kind of looks to me like we've decided to move into more power for Mr. Dean here. So
Yeah.
Hey, new season.
we got
New season, new power.
New season.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
We got
So, well, let's backtrack a minute, right?
okay.
We're gonna backtrack just a minute. So what happened recently is we're in Pismo.
Yeah.
Trip the Ripper, Dandi Off-Road's machine, has been running KMS for about 8 months, 9 months.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, rock solid. Almost 1,000 miles, hammering down. Kelly came out all the way from Arizona a couple months ago, something like that.
Yeah.
Brought us a new clutch tune, and I'm going to tell you right now, holy crap! I mean, Dean, I think Dean will back me up on this.
Oh, it launches.
It launches,
It launches.
and it pulls hard. The nice thing is the instant throttle response. Anyway, I'm getting a little crazy here, but here's what's going on. Something new tonight. We're not going to give you everything in the first 3 minutes, but something's happening here. Look at all this. See all this? And in a few minutes here, we'll give you a little more information. But right now, we're making some changes to a tune in preparations for something else that might be happening on this car right here.
Might be a little change in equipment.
Yeah. Yeah. Some
Yeah.
hardware.
Yeah, I mean, it looks stock.
Yeah.
Looks stock.
Stock appearing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the
Guaranteed to
sleeper
fit.
effect.
A little bit of bling.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, a little bit. Kind
Yeah.
of looks like jewelry.
But yeah, it will be a sleeper.
Yeah. Yeah. You won't see it. If you pull up next to this car and he blows your doors off, which he probably will, in many cases, you won't know why. Not without asking some questions, and if he just chooses to divulge this information. of
Hey, I'm
course.
running 91. That's all I can say. I'm running 91.
Car staying 91. Let's put that out there right now.
And
The car's
no meth or water injection.
no meth, no water injection.
Right? Running 91.
There's some tune involved, but there's something else involved, and we're gonna get to that in just a minute. We'll be back.
Over the 91.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. Something going on over here. What's going on, Kelly?
All right. So
I think you can show them. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's not showing everything.
yeah.
You can show it to them.
So basically, we're upgrading. Right now, we're going to be upgrading the files.
Okay.
For Dean here.
Okay.
So Dean actually had our big injector tunes.
Okay.
So now we're actually going to give him a different set of tunes, and to go with the upgrade that we're going to be putting on Mr. Dean's car. So we have right here. This is 100 octane and 91 octane.
Mm-hmm.
He can also run E85.
Mm-hmm.
He can run E98.
Oh.
And this right here is 91 octane, but range. So good MPG, a little bit more horsepower than stock. But the goal of that one is if you're, just trying to go for a long trip, just have some fun. Everything's casual. You're riding with friends and family.
/X to prim. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
Popular
Yeah,
ride.
you got a whole group of people that would be
Yep.
on
Yeah.
that
Oh,
fit
you're
that
talking
bill.
30 cars at a time.
Yeah.
Nice.
So you just wanna basically go from point A to point B without burning through a lot of fuel. So now that we're gonna go ahead and what tune do we want to start with?
We're gonna do just the straight 91.
Straight 91.
Look at that.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead right here. We're gonna select that tune. and we are going to flash that away. So that's step one to this whole process.
Okay. So we're going from a 91 tune
Yep.
to a 91 tune.
There's a couple initials in front of it.
We've been talking about this all day. Hopefully I've included me talking about this all day in this video. Who knows? I'm the editor, but you know, sometimes things get lost in translation or something like that. But Dean's the, it's his birthday kinda. It's really actually, hey, it's Kelly's birthday.
It is.
Everybody say happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
But Kelly, for Kelly's birthday, he actually brought Dean a birthday present.
Oh,
And-
hey, you know what? I didn't get anything for my birthday, so this
Yeah.
really is my birthday.
Well, that's
present.
because you're a leap year thing,
Yes.
deal. So anyway, we're gonna open this box up right now, and we're gonna show you what we've been talking about. It's in this box. Look at this. Oh man. Is that engraved KMS right there?
Yes, sir, buddy.
Look at that. So anyway, this is the Heartbreaker kit.
All right, so this is actually the third kit that we've installed. We spent a lot of time on the very first one. We went through a couple turbo iterations to make sure that both the exhaust and the compressor side match properly to not only give great out of the hole performance, but essentially most horsepower per level of PSI. So once we found that exact combination, we did another local car, and you know, now we're just taking this nationwide. We spent all summer beating this kit into the ground, competing against other cars that have a lot more money put into them, and seeing how well this car fared. And that car has fared very well at the drag races and at the hill. So now we are completely confident that everyone else is ready to receive this, and Dean right here is said, let's get the party started.
All right.
Absolutely. Can't wait to get it on there. I've been dealing with other tunes for the last 3 years, and I'm a little late to the table getting a hold of some of Kelly's magic sauce here, and I can't wait to put this to use.
Yeah. And so when I started to say first one earlier, I wasn't talking about the first one of these. It was, what was I talking about?
Well, it's definitely the first one that's got the very cool logoing on it and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
that's what I was getting at.
And polish, right?
Yeah, definitely. You know, really good presentation. Believe it or not, we actually spent a lot of time just trying to get, you know, how we're going to make this turbo. You know, once people take it out of the box, you know, what's it going to look like for people. So, you know, Dean just likes bling.
Even if it is covered up by engine cover.
He's a blingy kind of guy, right? It does look really nice. I gotta say, it's looking good. All right, so I guess nothing left but to.
Yeah, so nothing left but to just get sweaty and greasy and get this bad boy on. We've already got the tune put into the car, and then it'll be Dean's turn to give us an honest opinion as the goods.
All right, there we go, and he will for sure. I promise you that. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna install this. We're gonna show you the install, but then unfortunately, it's gonna be Camp Razor before we get any kind of results. And so probably what's gonna happen at Camp Razor is we're gonna line up at the bottom of Olds with Trip's been almost undefeated. I mean, except for against cars that are way out, what would you call them, way out geared. I mean, the cars that have thousands of dollars worth of additional upgrades. We're running on 91 with just a simple tune. It's been running good, but I have a feeling that we're gonna get beat by another KMS car, and we're okay with that. So but it's gonna be a while before we see that. So it's gonna be Camp Razor, which I guess that's only what
It's 1 month away, basically.
1 month away, yeah, roughly 1 month away, and we'll go see what this thing does. In the meantime, we're going to show you the install, and actually, if you go look at some of Kelly's past live videos on the KMS Performance Facebook page, he does show you some numbers from this tune, from this turbo with the tune that goes with this turbo.
Outstanding numbers.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're doing about a little over 200 horsepower on 91 octane with this bad boy.
Did you hear that? 200 to the wheels, not to the crank.
Yeah. Now, the important thing for me, for the people out there who are like me, I like the options of running any kind of fuel that I want, but I want the most I can get out of 91.
Yeah.
And he's talking 91 octane 200 to the rear wheels.
Yeah, not
That's
E85, not E98, E85, none of that. So the significance of that is that we like to fill up our tanks with 91, roll out for a weekend, and just run the car. We don't want to fight with the E85, making sure, ordering some fuel, testing it, all that stuff. We want to just pull up to the pump, put some 91 in, and go. This 200 horsepower to the wheels, 91. So stay tuned for Camp Razor, and we'll show you what that looks like.
Right on.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Install video right now. Okay, so we're out here in Dean's garage, and we are getting ready to put the Heartbreaker, the big turbo kit, on this car right now as we speak. So that's the stock turbo, and soon it will all be blinged up with the new Heartbreaker kit turbo.
Need dikes or something?
Okay, so say goodbye to stock.
The nut kind of got to a point and it said no.
Yeah.
Right on. The first one's gonna.
So of course, oh look at that light. So of course we start off with a nut on the V-band that just does not want to let go, but that's the way it goes. So I don't know if you heard what Dean was just saying, but he's basically saying if you want to bring out your 2020, he will stomp the crap out of you. What?
Well, okay, for a little more modest version of this, if you got a 17, 18, or 19 car, and the 2020s are coming out with what, 195 to the crank.
Yep, we're already doing that.
Yeah, instead of losing thousands on your old car and spending thousands more on the new car just to get 195 to the crank, here's an option for you. You're talking 200 to the wheels.
Yeah.
So what are we talking? 220, 230 to the crank?
Or even a 91 power package.
Yep. Yep.
But you're not gonna want to stop there. That's ridiculous. Wimps. Looks like we busted through the rough spot, huh?
Yeah, we did.
All right, so now we're gonna actually make some progress. So Kelly's gonna tell us real quick what, say, a 91 octane power package runs boost-wise compared to this big turbo kit, the Heartbreaker.
Okay, yeah. So on 91 octane power package, we are running 17 pounds of boost on those cars. When we go into the bigger turbo, we can actually go up 1 more PSI on the boost. But the bigger thing is we're gaining a lot of efficiencies.
Sure.
So we're making more power at the same level of boost. So we're able to go up 1 more PSI because we reduce the back pressures and reduces the stress on the motor. So that helps with the octane that's required. And we're gaining more efficiency because of the lower back pressure as well. So we're able to pick up another 20 horsepower on 91 octane, going from, say, like a traditional stock turbo 91 octane power package to the Heartbreaker setup.
Without just over boosting the crap out of the car.
Correct.
All right. So Kelly is now pulling off the...
Yep, I'm pulling off the wastegate actuator here.
Yep.
And the only reason I'm doing that is because there's a lot of stuff here. It's like 5 pounds shoved in a little bag. But anyways, long and short, we got a coolant passage coming in through here. We got oil coming in and then out over through here. This just gives us easy access to not only get to the hardware behind this that connects the turbo to the cylinder head itself, but get access to all these lines in between. So I take this little actuator off just to make life a little easy.
There you go. All right, we'll come back when he's got that guy off and we'll look at the next step.
All right, so this little guy right here, basically when it comes to working on this turbo, you're going to be sitting and reaching through this access point as much as you can possibly tolerate. So the best idea is to clean up your work area. So this little tube right here coming off the clutch duct, one little clip here, one little clamp there, get this bad boy out of your way. Just give yourself a lot of room, because the last thing you want to do is, you know, mess up as far as like dropping nuts, bolts, and screws while you're doing this. You just want to give yourself ample room to work.
So we're pulling this guy off. That's the vent for the clutch housing.
Yep, so we're just getting this pulled back a little bit out of our way. Doesn't have to go too far, but right there, that'll work.
Just so your work area is nice and clean and uncluttered. Okay, so it looks like we're moving on to a next step here, which is pulling the intake off.
Yeah, so we pulled off the intake tube here. It goes between here and the gearbox. And now we're going to disconnect this right here. Is our boost reference that goes to our solenoid.
Okay, we'll come back when he's got that off and we'll show you the next step. And okay, so it looks like we've got the boost reference hose off.
Yep, so now we're going the drain line.
Alright.
That separated right over there.
That's the return for the oil. Nice.
And now we have this feed line that comes up through here. And this is the oil pressure sensor right there.
Okay.
So we're going to actually loosen up the oil pressure sensor and remove this line.
Oh, there you go. Another one of those we'll come back for. Okay, so we're pulling off the
oil feed. 17 millimeter wrench. You gotta be super careful. There are copper washers. There, and there's 3 of them. Actually, there's 2 of them. There and there. So don't lose your copper washers.
Those are the oil lines that feed the turbo to keep it lubricated so it doesn't explode. We're dropping tools over here.
Dropping tools.
It's I don't know if I pointed this out to everyone or not, but it's I mean, it's not super late, but it's almost 10:30 at night and we've been going hard all day. They drove all the way from they drove all the way from Arizona. We've been at the sand show all day, so we're all pretty exhausted. But we're out here in Dean's Garage in Norco, California. We drove in late last night. Went to the sand show all day long. Met a bunch of super awesome, cool people. And now we're out here putting a heartbreaker kit, a big turbo kit from KMS on Dean's car. Gotta love it. It's the life.
And
pull the oil line off. That's the feed.
Fish this right out of the way.
We already pulled the return oil line off.
Key to speed, organization. Every time.
There you go. I'll show.
He's hot. Give him Gatorade.
Okay.
Gatorade.
I'll show you his box of organization in a minute. Here's your Gatorade whenever you're ready.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, a couple different ways you can handle this at this point. So this is our coolant in and out of the turbo right here. Okay. And there's 2 different ways you can tackle this. You can either completely disconnect this, or you can remove just this fitting over here, and then there's also a support bracket down here for it, and then work around this line.
Gotcha.
So let's try in this case, let's let's go for just this.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We're just
That way you leave your
loosen
hose
this up.
clamps on and
It's
whatnot.
gonna drop a little bit of coolant. We'll put a little rag down here, and life will be good.
All right.
Hands on the floor for the coolant. I'm not sure about where it drops.
All right, so we're gonna drop towel down here because what we're gonna do is pull the coolant line off of this turbo. That's what helps keep the turbo from overheating and burning up and doing all kinds of bad stuff. So is it? I hear him keep talking about the Razor that's now has coolant lines. Is that new for Razor and it's been existing for Can-Am?
Yeah, so that's new for the Razor, but for Can-Am, that's always been the case.
We'll cut my struts.
All right, this is where we're gonna drop some coolant.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Look at that. It's got the orange stuff.
Okay.
Dextron too.
All right, so he's going to pull that back, and we're kind of going to work around it to get
Yeah,
that turbo
so
up.
so you can see we can kind of just place it over here a little bit, and yeah, it's gonna lose some coolant, which we're gonna have to, you know, get that all purged down the end. I love you, Dean.
Yeah, we're definitely losing some coolant there. It looks like Gatorade. Kind of makes me
and
thirsty.
That's it. That's as
it.
much as you'll lose. And then, yeah, in the end, you actually just top it off with the coolant res bottle in the back, you know. But now we're ready to get the bolts. So we have one. We're gonna have to remove some shields here to show them all, but essentially we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I believe 9 bolts gets this whole thing unbolted. So we're gonna remove this lower shield right here and resume function.
Perfect. So he's pulling the heat shields off.
Yes, so pulling the heat shield off.
That's a little hard to see, so we're going to let him fight with that. Oh, wow, that's a lot of light. That's a little hard to see, so we're going to let him fight with that, and we will come back when there's something, you know, when Kelly finally does something productive and interesting.
Hey, don't piss him off. He's working on my car.
Come on.
We're just giving him a hard time. It's late at night. We're tired. We're going to get this done. We're going to pop wheelies down the street in Dean's neighborhood. What's going on here, Kelly?
All right, so we finally got the lower shield off.
Okay.
Essentially, so these shields have like these little ears right here, and then they have like nuts that are kind of serted in.
Mm-hmm.
So what we had to do was we snipped off this little section right here, put a wrench on that guy right there so we could break the Allen loose. And now that we have the lower shield off, we can see all the hardware down below.
Okay.
Okay, and then we have 3 screws up here on top. All right, so from this point, it's pretty smooth sailing. We just get rid of the rest of the hardware here, remove this turbo off, interchange some parts, and put the new turbo right on.
So that nut didn't want to let go. You had to...
It didn't want to let go. It just wanted to just keep rotating. So we had to grab it and just crack it loose. And now that we have that off, we're ready to get the bigger components.
And do these shields go back on the turbo?
Oh yeah, yep.
Factory shields go back on. Looks all factory.
Yeah.
Sleeper.
I will know better.
Okay, so we got everything loose, right?
Yep, so we got everything loose, so all we gotta do now is just push this coolant line aside
Uh-huh.
and
Oh yeah.
Voila.
Boom. Old turbo out.
Old turbo out.
Nice.
Okay. Now comes the fun part, is actually comparing what geometry is happening not only on the compressor side, but on the exhaust side.
Okay, let's go take a look and compare these two turbos.
Yeah. Looking at the turbo motor. That's kind of the side or whatever.
Oh, let's remove the shield here real quick. And
Bling.
let's do some comparisons here. So you can clearly see inside. Okay, so you see this step here?
Oh yeah.
This
Oh,
compressor is completely machined. This is a much larger compressor wheel.
Oh yeah.
Okay, and we get rid of the wheel stagger. Okay, you see how this wheel stagger is
Yeah.
on the stock wheel? Now, when you have staggered wheels like that, it creates a lot of drag on the turbo. And drag on the turbo is what we found that really impeded against but
Giving away some trade secrets.
you can see it makes more power per PSI of boost. And when it comes to longevity, reliability, and overall health of the system, making the marriage between the engine and the turbo work, the name of the game is quite simply make as much power as possible with the least amount of boost. That theory wins every single time, and it doesn't matter, you know, you take this opinion versus that opinion. Bottom line is this: if you're working towards a system that's going to amplify that relationship between the engine and the turbo, the best marker or the best gauge for it is boost yield, which is the most amount of power with the least amount of boost. And that's what we've done with the Heartbreaker. That's why this kit is just been phenomenal for reliability and for great power outputs at reasonable levels of boost. To strap this thing on, but right there, a little bit of trade secret. If your turbo guy's not doing anything on the exhaust side, you're wasting your time.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna bolt this thing in. And we're gonna head to Pismo. I think we should head to Pismo tonight. We just don't have time.
Wow.
Yeah. It's weird, you know, that's one of the things that, oh, that's just stock turbo. It's just, I was like, it is heavily modified.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so what are we doing here?
All right, so all we're doing is we're transferring over the drain line onto the new turbo here, and then we are going to install, I think. All right, so I think actually it'd be a good point, just get it ready for the morning.
Yeah, and
Get a
then
fresh start, put this thing on, go piss off the neighbors, and go to the show.
there you go. I'm in.
I like it.
All right, so we're gonna get this thing prepped. To swap it out, and in the morning we'll bolt it on. We'll show you that, and then what happens from there happens from there. Then we'll go to the show, show you some more of that. So we'll be back. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning, Sunday morning, day 2 of Sand Show. So we got a couple things going on. One is, like we already showed you, the turbo, but we have something else going on, and that is an MTS shock upgrade. All right, here we go.
Hello.
Hello.
So what are we doing today?
So it's day 2 of the Sand Show. We're pretty late. It's 12:37. We had a long night. We had to do a little more work this morning. As we've probably already shown you, we installed the new Heartbreaker on Dean's car. The big turbo kit from KMS.
It's in that trailer.
It's right there. It's behind that door, right?
Awesome. So off we go to the Sun Show, and there'll be more videos. Just you have a lot of editing to do. He'll be more awaker next time you see him. I'm gonna pump him full of some caffeine in a minute. So,
Yep.
all right,
Off we go.
Off we go.
Peace.
No. Make sure that you're subscribed to us. Give us a like, give us a thumbs up. If you hate what we're doing, give us a dislike. Just hit it 2 times because that always lets me know that it's real bad. And make sure you click that bell so that you can get notified when this big news drops, because you're going to want to know. If you're watching our channel, chances are you enjoy this type of thing, so you're going to want to know. So thanks for watching.